appreciate y'all for tapping in with Off the Edge with me, your host, Cam Jordan. I'm sitting here just truly blessed to sit next to a Philadelphia legend, an Eagles legend, if you will. You know, he's technically a Michigan legend, alum.
Go Blue.
My guy, BG, Brandon Graham, draft class was year before me, 2010. Man's heading into year 15. I don't even know, like, the beginnings of my wildest dreams is year 15. I just told you this. I'm like, man, you're headed there. You know, congratulations on just signing that 1 year extendo with Philadelphia Eagles.
Mhm.
You know, we met, just to preface all of it, we met 2011.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We was out at the fight.
Yeah. No, shoot.
Was I hurt?
Camp? Yeah, no. It was your big blue guy, from Pittsburgh Steelers. His camp.
Foot. Lamar Willie.
Lamar Woodley,
Yep,
big
you're right.
Big Woodley.
Woodley.
He had a camp out in Saginaw, Big
Yep.
Sag Nasty,
You're
Michigan. Met you out there, and then just learned of your greatness, man. Because 15 years in now, you're Super Bowl champ with Philadelphia Eagles. Been to another Super Bowl, how does it feel going into year 15?
You know what? Going into year 15, especially how we've been practicing and all that stuff, it's not as bad because I've been trying to take care of myself. But, of course, injuries happen for me year 13. Tore my Achilles, came back off, rehabbed all the way, and, man, ended up, playing at a high level when I came back. But I think it's just more of me taking care of myself, man, taking care of my body. The way we practice, it's not like old school days when I first came in, because, man, I definitely would have made it to 15. Because
you hit the pre, the CBA before the lockout,
yes,
which means you was in double day time, real double day, practice in the morning and the evening.
2:45, both of them.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying, get you a little nap in, then you got to come on back.
Yeah, that's the one where the guys were really losing weight.
Mm-hmm.
Like now, you have to fight to lose weight in camp.
Yeah,
and then them camps hit different. Tell me why Jalen Hurts was the first person you called after you signed your extension.
Oh man, because me and Jalen, over the years that he's been here, we just been building. We actually stay around the corner from each other now, and so it's been cool just on how that relationship evolved. I feel like it's way more than just football with us, and that's what I try to make it, man. Because sometimes how it is. It's like it could be a work relationship with a lot of people, and when they leave and go home and doing what they do, I know that for me, I try to keep in contact, try to check on people, especially if I know they ain't playing no more. Trying to get insight on what's some of those feelings you're going through, just so that I can be as prepared as I can be when that time comes. But a lot of guys say they just need that purpose for after, and so that's why I always tried to make sure I did things like the brew camps and business combine with Caleb Thornhill. We just did that. I do a lot of just off season stuff. While I got the shield on when I can get into some of these rooms.
The business boot camp.
Yeah,
I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman.
Yeah, hey, you trying to be all jacks. I mean, jacks all trade.
Yeah. Gotta do it. Look, gotta do that. Stick your hand into the hat, see what you pull, see if you like it. If not, put it back. Because while we're playing NFL gonna use the hell out of us. So let's figure out what we can get from them too.
Oh, 100%, man.
Ooh. Why is it so important for you to commit to play your entire career with Philadelphia Eagles?
Well, it just became that. Once I won the Super Bowl, the way we won it, with the strip, and it just boosted me even more. And then I started, of course, you got to play at a high level where they still believe in you. And I know for me, it was more about just serving the guys too, because that's why I feel like I'm still here, because we lost Kelsey, we lost Fletcher Cox, and I know that they just don't want to lose everybody. Just everybody, just how you got to go to rehab and you trying to wean off certain people being, it's like the same thing. It's like they ain't want to just cold turkey drop everybody. And of course, if I ain't played good last year, I wouldn't have probably been with a coach just being real. Like, this is a production league, and so how we talk and just serving the guys, man, trying to help them get to their next level on just working hard, taking practice serious. You know how it is. You
call up Pop by the first name. Me and Howie, when you sat down, chopped it up. Not a lot of not a lot of people able to just go up top and be like, hey, this is on my plate, this was on your plate, let's keep it a buck.
Yeah.
Because this league, like you said, is a business.
It's a business. Man.
And if you hadn't played their production, they're gonna tell you 100 reasons why you can't make the money that you want to make or whatever it is. Or they're gonna try to incentivize your contract for whatever it is. But you can go up and talk, and you talk, hey, this is how long I want to play.
Yep.
This is what I want to do. What you got?
That's it. And that's what it was. And that's what I can respect because he want to keep all his draft picks. If he can. And so what I tell young boys now, it's like, man, make it work because or if they close, make it work with the team that drafted you because you be the first to go when you get that big contract elsewhere.
No
You
doubt.
know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie, but boys leave, and I'm like, hey, bro. Sometimes the grass isn't always greener. Just because they dangle that T-bone in front of you, you may not get to the real part. You know what I'm saying? You may not see that.
Nope.
They're gonna throw that big contract at you, but how much of it are you gonna see? And
Yeah.
when you get drafted, they expect you to see it all, and they're gonna help. Sometimes guys fall, their production isn't what it is, and yet their team still wants well for them.
Yep.
So
So that's the thing. Like that's where I try to, talk to some of them. I know you trying to get to the bag, but like you say, if you going to the 49ers, it's like, man, you know how much tax out there? You ain't gonna see all that. That's a big number that's just gonna help them. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day.
right.
I mean, hopefully you save all your money because it's life changing for sure. But you got to know that you paying taxes in all these different states, and I want 8 of them to at least be in, a great state like Tennessee. You got Florida.
Ooh,
I mean,
Texas.
Philly, Texas. Stuff like that. But I know for me, I'm glad that I did, stick it out to try to work it out with the team, especially after I won that Super Bowl, because it was a moment before we even got there where I wanted to make an emotional decision and bet on myself because of how my career was going with them.
Right.
You feel like you're being played with a little bit, but it's just like I'm glad that my wife helped me in that, like, be logical on it. She was just, just sat me down because I really wanted I had to go with the security for my family. And at the time, Chip Kelly was there. They just wasn't offering what I thought was fair, but it's all good. Like, I mean, I learned a lot in that situation, but man, I'm telling you, man, Cam, I be trying to serve these young boys now,
No
man.
doubt.
Take care of yourself, take care of your body, man, and pass it on too. Don't we all need each other to get to where we're going. If I got some info that's gonna help you, when your time comes, just know I'm gonna help you as best I can.
Hey, whatever info I got, let's make it clear.
And pass it on because at the end of the day, man, like you said, it's the organization. They gonna take care of it because they gonna be here. Like they here now. For a lot of people that I looked up to, like a JP and them boys, they retired, gone, and they on to the new batch. And
right.
So you better do all you can for your family while you're there.
Absolutely, bro. You talked about playing with Jason Kelsey and Fletcher Cox and them not being part of the franchise no more, whether they retired or whatever that is. But how special was it to have such a core group for 10 plus years? You got Lane Johnson, Jason Kelsey, you, Fletch. Like that's a strong core. Everybody knows like your locker room carries a lot, and when you have that same core, you're able to build and create a culture. How was it building that culture with those guys to where will it go?
I think it was great because people had people in different rooms. You got Kelsey. Then at the time we did have we stole Malcolm from y'all, so Malcolm was kind of in there for a minute,
and then was balling with y'all.
He was balling. God. You know what I'm saying? I know. And so having those guys in different rooms. That's why I was saying the year we won Super Bowl, we had guys like Blunt in the running back room. We had Malcolm Jenkins, who had them boys together. Corey Graham, at the time, he was a big mentor to a lot of the guys. Then you got in our room, me and Fletch. Then linebackers, we had Nigel. He was really taking over at the time. Jordan Hicks, he was hurt, but he kept leading at that time, and man, it was special. I mean, and then Kelsey was making his name as he was going. It's even more.
Shout out to my dog Mike Kendricks, by the way.
Yeah, Mike Kendricks. Yeah, Mike Kendricks.
Angry Bird.
You know what? And Mike was too. Like Mike, of course. With Mike, you gotta just make sure you keep him right at the end of the day. And so Nigel and the boys made sure. It just worked. It just worked out, man.
Absolutely.
And Mike, man, that's funny you said that because I seen Mike. We did a signing. They did like the championship team. We did a signing together and got to see him. He's looking good. Had a big old blue little jacket on.
Yeah,
he's looking smooth like he always do. But man, it was it was people in every room, man, that helped be able to echo the call. So now with them gone, I gotta see who the next man is. Who gonna be the next one that's gonna be them. I don't want you to be Kelsey. I just hope that you learn what you could from them every day. When you seen them in that room, and now you know what it takes, and you seen on the field what you got to do off the field, the film you got to watch, the film you got to talk about with your coach and stuff like that. Because if you're gonna be the quarterback of the of the line, I mean, I got to be able to. Kels was smart. Like, I mean, and you
Right.
got to be able to make them calls and be able to know who bluffing, who ain't. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna always get it right, but you got to make sure you keep everybody together. Because I mean, we go as the center go. We
Absolutely.
go as them calls.
For sure.
Because man, if we ain't on the same page, bombs over Baghdad for us, we can't get there. We never can get there if DBs ain't on
If the ball out quick, it take two.
It take two.
It take me. It take Marshawn Lattimore. I need you like you need me. Let's work together.
Let's work together. But they got to believe in that dream too.
Absolutely.
So, I think man, it's gonna be tough because it's gonna be new territory. But we gonna make every year. Everybody, that team was that team. What we gonna be? And I ain't worried about what we did last year. Is what we gonna do this year because I know we should feel a little sting from what we did last year. So
right.
Let's go out there every day. You know what it took to do that. We work hard every day, and we gotta make sure that we stay on the same page because it just wasn't on the same page like it should have been, knowing what we know.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
we should have been seeing each other too.
Man,
I know I ain't gonna bring that up. I know you had to talk about that.
Man, look, I was cool with y'all winning that year because had Minnesota won, it wouldn't that would have been the stain in my life.
Yep.
Minnesota Miracle derailed us. Y'all with Nick Foles, I said, shit, they get Nick Foles, and next thing you know, Nick Foles is out there destroying the skull clap, and I said. Okay. I said, okay, Lord.
Man.
At least save me.
We didn't want to see y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, just for me personally.
Man, we wanted to see y'all because I think we had played earlier that year. And I was like, yeah, we like this matchup. We had already picked out Sean Payton was like, hey, after we get done with him, we got Philly. And I said, no, I hate anytime a coach foreshadows what is going to happen. I'm like, I got nervous. I'd be like, damn, don't say that.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Everybody know that already. We just got to get there.
Yeah, we just got to get there.
We got to get there.
Then you end up with the strip sack, and the strip sack to seal the Super Bowl, and the legend continues. If you just think about that strip sack, right? Tom Brady, Super Bowl 52, that changed the trajectory of your legacy with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah,
that led you into a moment that's going to be iconic forever. When they think Philly Super Bowl, they're going to be like Brandon Graham strip sack.
Yeah, nah, it's something special, man, that I don't take for granted. I really look back and be like, man, I was really mad at Philly for a minute because it was just Earl Thomas this. We could have got this guy and all that, and I was about to leave because of that. And
wait, you gonna leave? You gonna leave?
Because it was so much. Like I told you, it was tough in the beginning of making that emotional decision because I didn't feel I was being treated right. And it was more with the fans and stuff like that. Because I mean, I would have I was playing okay, but then Earl Thomas was playing, at a high level, and I went right after I think he went after me. He had 14.
Okay.
And we had a chance to get him. That's why they thought we traded up because Brian Dawkins just left, all that stuff. And then Pierre Paul got him too. He was balling. He ended up winning the Super Bowl that next year, in 11. And so I had to hear that, man, for so many years. And I ain't really like being there at first. And then when we won that Super Bowl, for that moment, it was like, wow, everything changed. And like you said, things changed where I can go up to Howie and be like, so what's going on? That's when you build that confidence. And
absolutely,
we finally got us one. And I mean, yeah, you still got to play at a high level, but I think for me, that's when things changed. And I was happy that I stuck in there, man, because I mean, you know how hard it is to get. I mean, you living it right now. We gonna compete. We got a good team coming back too, but y'all boys gonna be tough too. You know what I'm saying?
Needed. Hungry. Hungry is the word for all these wins, bro.
Yep.
If you look back at your rookie self with everything that you know now, would that change anything for you? Because you talked about your trials and tribulations with JPP going after you. You talk about everybody sort of wanting, Earl from your draft class, and then to where you are now, you're the legacy guy. JPP's retired. Earl has been retired for a couple of years. I don't know if he's come out and said it, but that just is what it is.
Yep.
What would you tell your younger self, your rookie year?
I would say to not worry about nobody else at that time. I felt like even when I got hurt, I remember saying, "Man, them boys don't even get it. They out here getting days off, and I'm over here working. We working." I was a little, I don't know why I was, just looking at that. I just felt like like as a rookie, I just had all this pressure on me, and then I had Washburn too. Washburn was a tough coach, boy, and I just, nothing I did what I felt like was making him, happy at all, and
I'm eating, and yet he's
yeah,
still looking at me like I'm
then
starving.
yeah, taking care of these, the older guys at the time, and then just giving me the crumbs of just so much. So I was just like, man, I want to break too, just like them boys. And then I got a long break. I tore my knee, and
Right.
I was like, at that point, I was like, man, I ain't gonna worry about nobody else because I ended up going through a lot of stuff during that time when I was coming back from injury, and that's when Earl Thomas and all that. We could have had this guy, and we got this dude, and
Right.
so I would say I love the perseverance I had because it was tough, but I had some guys like JP at the time, Trent Cole, them boys, man, to be able to help me in a dark time that I didn't know was dark until I got out of it.
Mm.
Because I was still smiling, being me, and all that little stuff, but I ain't go out nowhere. I ain't do nothing as much.
You were affected, but not.
Yeah,
It wasn't an
yeah,
affliction.
yeah. It
Yeah.
wasn't nothing like that. Yeah, it was just more like, man, like you can still go out, still have fun, enjoy yourself. I was even not even talking with family, that type of, like, I was just in the house most of the time. So if I could talk to myself, like I said, just not worry about nothing else. Everything got a season. Even when you going through
Facts.
your worst times, it's only for a season, and then it's gonna switch up. It might not switch up all the way up here, but it's gonna switch up. But it was a grind, man. You got to stay with it. How bad do you want it? You got to talk to yourself in a positive
How
way.
bad do you want
How
it? Is
bad
always
do
going to
you
be.
want
But
it?
don't sell me the dream. Sell me
Yeah.
the vision.
Sell me.
I need to see what our plan is and how we gonna get it.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you figure out your way and you figure out your plan and you set like how I'm going to dominate the day, that's when them days start stacking, and that's when
Yep.
you see real significant change. But tell me about you talked about how you almost left Philly. Do
Mm-hmm.
you think into the Giants at that, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
what came down in 2015 when you were thinking about leaving versus staying versus Giants, which staying in the in division is crazy work to me.
Mm-hmm.
To stay in the division, like that's low key a rival.
Yeah.
Like like clearly it's Giants, Cowboys, but it's also
Yeah.
Philly in that thing too.
Yeah.
Like y'all in a little three-way triangle.
It's
Like
always. I mean, and then the Redskins every now and
I
again.
don't want to like
I mean,
nobody.
I,
Sure,
I like I like
you tell
like
me.
like
You
this
tell me
year,
because I don't know.
some of the coaches that they got, like a Daryl Tapp, who
Mhm.
I play with, know his energy. Like he got his first little spot as a D line coach. I mean, they got a good staff, I would say, and
Absolutely.
you know how it is having a staff. I mean, if you got you a solid staff, you gonna be all right.
You usually have
You
your
know?
main rival, but
Yep.
then somewhere in your division,
Yeah.
somebody else just pops a head up every
Yeah.
couple years. Like
Oh yeah.
we rivals.
But them three,
Huh.
we've been a three-headed
Yeah, for sure.
monster for a minute. But yeah, man, I think just for me in that moment, it was because I was just feeling a certain way about the fans, and
Yeah,
like, y'all don't want me, all right, bet. I'm gonna do
I'm a
that.
lead. I'm a
I'm gonna do
lead.
that, and I'm
And
gonna
I'ma
come
stay
see
in
y'all.
I'ma
I'm
stay
gonna
in
come
vision.
see y'all twice a year. I'm gonna show y'all shouldn't
The
have gave
petty
up
factor.
on me.
I do love a
You
good
know,
petty factor.
that's why I say they was offering a 1 year at the time, and then Philly was offering me that 4 year deal. I ended up signing anyway.
Right.
So I went with the security because I had my family.
So that's what you meant by security.
Yeah, that's
One versus
security.
four. Got it.
Yeah, and so at the time it was baby girl, on the
Yeah.
way, and I was just like, wifey just talked some sense into me at that time, and it just it was cool, because I got to go with the security. I went with the security. I probably seen Chip one more year after that, and then we end up getting Doug. Played through that first year with Doug. Second year we won Super Bowl.
Right.
And
Panned out well.
it never would have like happened if it just showed me that much more on how much life is full of choices, and you got to make sure you exhaust everything that you can. Because me and wifey had a talk. We had a little real long talk about it because it got serious for a minute. Because my agent like, hey, what are we gonna do? Because it's only gonna last for a minute. It's only
Right.
gonna be on the table, and I was just like, you know what? Let me talk with wifey a little bit. We sat and we talked, and it was like, yeah, you started here, but at the end of the day, if you're not feeling good, you don't have to, but I don't want you to do it for that reason. And I was just like, you know what? Uh, she was just like, if they offering you 4 years, you obviously doing something, where they wanna keep you. So, Like let's just go with that and let's see what happens. But I know for me, um, it was like, all right, well, bet. That's what still kind of I got this chip on my shoulder now because it's still the same. It's like y'all wanted to get rid of me for real, like or
Yeah.
the fans. That's how I was. But then I came back and I persevered through.
Everybody knows about
And,
them Philly
and,
fans though.
and man,
Hey, they're the best when y'all winning, and
boy,
they the worst when
whew,
y'all doing anything but.
oh yeah. So
Oh,
wifey talked some good sense into me, and it became that I want to just want to prove them wrong. And I'm like they gonna eat them words. That's just something
right.
I used to carry with me all the time. And man, when it happened 3 years later, it was like wow, like just the power of the tongue on top of just
Speaking into existence.
putting that plan in place of that belief. All right, man, it's gonna be hard to get to do what you want to do. You got to do it one day at a time, and this is what you got to do right now. And
Absolutely.
so I feel like, man, I shout out to my wife because she definitely talked some sense into me. And then of course my mom because her work ethic I seen every day
Yeah,
that helped me in those moments when I wanted to give up. Definitely.
for sure. And then
Hmm.
so moms will drop some gems that you ain't really trying to hear, but
Yeah.
you needed to hear.
Yeah.
Well, what do you looking back at your 14 years completed? What would you say is your proudest moment of your NFL career?
I mean, with it not being done, I mean, I'm loving the role I have right now. Like I told you, I'll be serving the guys. But if I had to say, it was that year we won Super Bowl. I mean, that
Yeah,
was everything, man. That was the first team I was ever on where I was like, man, we was together. I miss them boys. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
that energy, the jokes. I mean, when you got jokesters on your team, man, we laughing every day. I wish I had more video of cause we used to go out to eat every Thursday
hmm
as a defense. Sometimes it's the offense in there when it's supposed to be a defensive thing. That's just let you know a lot right there when other guys hanging offense defense and they like, man, come on, come to our defensive thing. And
right,
one person pay for it, like I mean, like me, a vet. Right now, I pay for the whole meal, and then we all switch every week, like
right.
other guys that could do it. And so it was just that last meal, man, when we was about to play the Patriots. It was everybody in that thing. It felt like, and I mean, I can remember, I could see Marigos laughing. Chris Marigos, he was a jokester. He was funny. I mean, man, you got Blunt, them boys that came in, cause DBs messing with the running backs and
Yeah,
doing little stuff. And it's just, yeah, it was, man, it was a
that
vibe. It was
chemistry.
a
Yeah, like
good chemistry.
every year the locker rooms change,
It changed.
but like personalities change with it too. And some years you're closer than others,
Hmm.
but them years that you're close, you're like we're winning. We're like you could feel the difference in the
Yep.
winning part.
Yep.
You're like, bro, we're winning because of us, like
Because
because
look
of
at the
the shit that
dancing
we're
y'all
doing
doing after
Wednesday,
every
Thursday. Yeah,
touchdown, and y'all boys, we got coordinated stuff that y'all believe is gonna happen for real. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
And so, I mean, man, it just worked out that way. So, even the year we won the Super Bowl, I mean, lost the Super Bowl, that was a close team too, and it sucked because man, that would have been my best team because I felt that vibe too, and we made it, and it just was. We felt we was man, it was so good. But Mahomes, man, he is the
But
he the king
Mahomes,
right now.
man,
And we got to slay the king, man. We gonna have
absolutely.
to if we want to get there. So, but yeah, man, this though that moment we won that year we won Super Bowl was a special year for me. So, um, but I'm not done yet because this could be it.
No, no, no. I need this year.
This
I
could I
need
know
this year.
you do.
You can have
I
year
know you do.
16.
But what year is this? This
I'm coming up on 14.
14.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
14. You said that.
You and
Yeah, you
Tyson
said that. Yep.
draft class 2010, and then
Hmm.
I was 1 year after, man. Like
Yep.
I need that this year. Look, you've had your
Uh-huh.
shots at it. I need one. I need at least one shot at it.
Yeah, I got
But
you.
as you know, as we're sitting here at broadcast workshop week, NFL puts on the broadcast workshop.
Mhm.
What is it that you're looking forward to, and what do you look to gain from it, as well as do you see yourself? Well, we'll just leave it at that. What are you looking forward to this week?
I'm looking forward to just seeing myself being put to the test on some stuff that I'm familiar with, but now this about to get real. Like
Mm.
calling a game, it's like, whew, that jump be
You
getting
haven't
me
done that yet.
getting my heart beating a little fast. Talking about it now, it's like call a game. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna be as animated as I can be, but yeah, man, what I'm trying to get out of it is just the challenge of doing some stuff up, getting uncomfortable with some stuff,
Right.
and trying to get comfortable in a space where I think I can thrive. If I really, work at it, like how the attitude that we have, man, it's like, I know it's gonna be uncomfortable, but you can do it.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, it's one day at a time. I mean, don't look too far ahead on what you already don't know. You got to find out, be here, be in the moment. And I just really want to learn, honestly, this week and exhaust everything. That's what I'm doing this year, exhausting everything that I can to put myself to the test, and help people along the way.
Okay.
And be able to help other people that's on their way out. It's like, man, it ain't as bad as you might think or what you're going through if you setting yourself up now.
Man of servitude.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely. Just trying to have that feeling, man, of serving and being able to get more experience and stuff that I never really got a chance to, because I made excuses in the off season. Oh, I'm training, I'm doing this, but now it's like, all right, it's getting real, B. Like, what you really want to do? All right, come on. You got some stuff that was offered to you, but come on. Do you really want to do that? Do you love that?
Right.
And so that's why I'm doing this right now to see if I'm gonna love, just coming to work every day.
Why not?
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, let's check out this segment called Quick Hitters. I got 3 quick questions for you to wrap this up. Okay. I just want to know, you've been in Philly for almost 15 years. You say you moved there now full time. What Philly slang do you catch yourself repeating?
That John.
Hand me that John. You seen that John? Yeah. Let me get that John.
Let me get that John over there. That over there.
Yeah. Okay. Is there a top 3 Detroit rappers or artists that you listen to?
I mean, man,
name your top 3.
Icewear, and it's tough. The whole clique of him, because we grew up, knowing, them.
Mm-hmm.
And then let me see if I had to go. Let me think. Now you put me on the spot with that one. Man, I'm trying to think. I can't even think of no name. Sada Baby, yeah, Sada Baby. And then it's that's still in the same tree. Dang, why can't I think of his name? I can see his face. Peasy. I just say Peasy and they crew. All of them.
No Eminem.
I like Eminem.
No, that's not what you said. That's crazy.
This is who going right now.
Right now.
Right now that I know.
Okay. Yeah, if there was any moment in NFL career that you could live one more time, what would it be? Relive any moment in your NFL career.
Oh, I'm going back to that strip sack.
I'm
definitely going back.
Strip sack.
Sitting on that bench after that.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was. I'm just saying, I can't believe I just did that. Like, I know you probably have moments.
Man, I've got. There's been games where I'm just breathing excellence. But like so that being said, it's strip sack. Do you still have that as a license plate?
Not no more. Not no more. I had to get rid of it because it got crazy.
You sat there on the Escalade. The strip sack was right there. I just knew Philly was like giving you royal treatment. I said, "Oh, he going wild with this one."
Oh, well, it was cool.
You know who in there.
It really was cool, but yeah, it became that. Like it became on the freeway, people honking, and now I'm on alert. Like, man, let me make sure nobody follow me.
No doubt. I'm not a mark out here.
Stuff like that. Yeah, stuff like that.
Boy gonna roll down the window and be like, give me that junk.
I'm always. You're right. They gonna say all that. But, I just really, I enjoyed just having that moment. Like, it's something that I always be able to have for the kids.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I appreciate you tapping in with my dog. Hey, thank you for tapping in with Off the Edge with your host, me, Cam Jordan, my guy, BG, Brandon Graham, sitting here, Philadelphia legend, Eagles legend. Thank you for tapping in as well. Appreciate y'all listeners for even turning the pod on, giving us a listen. Go ahead, tell your friends about us, tell your partners, tell your Jones about us. Ask us for a 5-star rating. Leave us a review. You can listen to us on the Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio app, wherever you get your podcast. Appreciate y'all. God bless. Peace.